Do you like the new intro? Huh? I kind of feel like I'm exploding back onto the scene. Explosion. It's very Michael Bay. So today was a good day in the world of getting things done to get back on TV. I had two auditions today. One was kind of a surprise theatrical, and one was a commercial audition. Be good to get either one or both. May or may not, but you know, it's the opportunities that are happening now, and so you kind of. I explain this when I do my seminars about Entertainment 101. There's a hiring tree that goes along with the typical audition process. And for commercials, you know, there's like 5 elements to the tree. And maybe I'll go into this in an Actor 101 blog to get into more detail, because there's like slides, there's a PowerPoint, there are explanations. And I don't want to take up a whole lot of time on these videos, but there's like a 5-point hire tree in commercials, and like a 3 to 4 point hire tree for television and film. So anytime you even get the audition, that's gotta be considered a win, because you beat out hundreds and possibly even thousands of other people who were trying to get the exact same thing. People who look just like you. People who might even act just as well as you do. Something about you got you to be allowed to be in the room. And you should put that in the W column. Now, of course, we all want the job, right? Like, that's the thing. But you can't really audition for the job. You have to audition for the opportunity, if that makes sense. Because auditioning for the job is going to come off as desperate, and nobody wants to hire desperate, because it's palpable. It's not. It loses the authenticity that people want to connect to, because you're so panicked and so anxious about, oh, I got to get this job. So you kind of just need to audition for the sake of auditioning. In the class that I'm currently taking, G. Charles Wright likes to say that you perform in the audition. Don't audition to get the job, just do it in the audition, so they've got every reason to hire you. And it makes a lot of sense to be able to say that. As actors, we should look for every opportunity to be able to perform, so that we can, you know, not to be like too sappy about it, but the actor acts, the writer writes, the filmmaker shoots film. You should be doing what you are being called to do, and anytime you're not, you're wasting time. And so, yeah, if you're going into an audition, perform the audition. Just do it there. And maybe it's going to be harder. I know auditions can be terrible, because you're in a room with somebody who may not be giving you something strong to work off of, and you know, maybe you got a career that you manage from Orange County, and maybe it takes an hour and a half or 2 hours to get to the audition room itself, and you're still anxious from like traffic and you can't shake it off. But when you have the opportunity to come in and perform for someone, you got to perform, and you got to do it. I know from experience, from seeing other young actors, that it can be very difficult to kind of wrap that idea around in your head, even though it seems pretty simple. But auditions are also the job interview of the acting world, and that can be very anxiety riddled. So I guess the lessons to take away from today are, first of all, I still have some After Effects mojo, not a lot, but enough to be dangerous. I know just enough to be dangerous, just enough. And also that no matter what your thing is, you can only really call yourself that if you do it, if you actively find a way to do it. And with that, I'm going to sign off for tonight.